Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to today's live trading session. How are you all doing? Hope the day is going on well. And we're almost at the winding part of the year. Today is 19th. Okay, we have just about 12 days to go for the year, and it's been a year, right? It's been a year. All right, so we are just going to be getting started, and we have a couple of fundamentals that actually came out today or that we're looking forward to today. But I just want us to give just a few more minutes to others to join in before we fully get started. So just exercise a little patience for about 3 minutes for others to join in, right? Okay, let's just get started. I believe a couple of other persons have also joined. So let's just get started. We're going to be starting up with some fundamentals that are already out. All right. We're going to be starting up with some fundamentals, and let's start from there. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so today is Tuesday, December 19th, and we have a couple of fundamentals that are actually coming out, both the ones that are already out and the ones that will still come out within the minute. All right. So the first one is the Canadian CPI news that came out by 2:30. All right. So if you check out most of the Canadian news that came out, all of them actually came out positive, apart from the medium impact news that came out negative, which is the common CPI. It came out negative, and of course, it also exerted some pressure on this Canadian economy. But I actually feel that the ones that came out negative are actually stronger, and of course, they are high impact. So I'm expecting this particular instrument to actually gain a lot of strength. All right. So if you're on any trade on Canadian economy and Canadian dollar, and you're buying Canadian dollar, I would advise you to still hold on to it because the instrument is still going to buy. All right. That is, if it's on USD card, you should be expecting a further sell on it. If you're looking at for GBP card, you should also be expecting a further sell on it. And if you're looking at Euro card, you should be expecting a further sell on it, right? I believe you understand how that particular trading pattern works, right? All right, so that is that for the ones that came out by 2, and that is by 2:30 rather. And of course, there's going to be US FOMC member. This one of the FOMC members is going to be having a speech by 3:30, and that is going to be affecting the US. And most likely going to be when we'll be wrapping up on our meeting. That's when the news is going to come out. It's not going to be a very high impact news. It's not a high impact news, so to say, and it's not going to be very volatile. But we look forward to also having a very good run in the market. Then early hours of today, around 7:30, the Bank of Japan actually had a press conference that actually gave some strength to the economy, which is a USD card. It actually strengthened it, and then of course later on it lost strength. So that is actually how the market has actually been going today. But we're going to be expecting a better news also coming from tomorrow, which is on Wednesday. And then, of course, on Thursday, we're also going to be having some news coming out. But if you notice very well, today has actually been a very quiet day until this afternoon. And even on some of our channels, it's actually been a very quiet day. All right. So that is because of the volatilities in the market have actually been not been a very strong one. But this afternoon, we're expecting some of these volatilities to actually come up pretty much these going forward. All right, so let's just go straight to our details on our let's check out our Forex Factory. I'm sorry, our chart and see what we have on our chart. Okay, just gonna be sharing my screen right about now. And by the way, if you're yet to join, if you're yet to Okay, good afternoon. Sorry, welcome back. Um, it's not really network, it's from my system. I had yeah, don't worry, I'll tell you. My system has actually been it's been active for almost a week now, so it's actually shut down. Yeah, sorry about that. It's shut down, but I'm back now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we were already on our chart. All right, so would just and of course, you know that I'm not using my system. All right. So I'm going to try to just use every single thing as it is. I wouldn't want to spoil someone else's work. All right. So pardon how my system is going to be, but then let's just try to use it that way. All right. Well, since I already know most of the things that we're going to be looking at, so let's just get straight to it. All right. Of course, we are going to be looking at dollar index for today. Let's just get dollar index. Of course, you already know how to do all this. I can just type and search USDIDX. You know, you can actually do a type and search, right? Chart window. Then we're going to be using, of course, support and resistance. All right. All right. So from here, you could clearly see that this particular instrument has actually been it had a very much consolidating period yesterday until later part of today. If you remember yesterday, what I told you about, right? I said that I'm expecting the instrument to actually bounce off from this point, even though it was mostly consolidating period. All right. It consolidated so much so yesterday that it wasn't able to make any direct impact. It just raised around here and then bounced off again. All right. But today, it was able to break below. All right. So I am still expecting a further sell on this particular instrument. Remember that we actually took up a sell. I don't know how many of you actually took the sell. And good enough that the stop loss was above the verified resistance, which never got there. And I believe that if you're still on that sell today, you would have made some really good profit. But that is not over yet. All right. The sell on dollar index is not over yet. So I will be going in for a further sell on this particular instrument. I'll still be going in for a further sell. I know that there is a fundamental coming out this afternoon, but that fundamental, what I'm expecting the fundamental to be is that the Fed is going to unanimously decide that there is not going to be an increment in interest rates. All right. They are not planning on increasing interest rate. There is no any further interest rate increment. I don't think there is going to be any further increment. So with that in mind, I think the best option for anyone to do on this particular dollar index is to still go in for a further sell. Remember that your stop loss is still going to be above the verified resistance. All right. Make sure that your stop loss is still above the verified resistance. That is the best option. All right. If you're setting up any stop loss, it should be above the verified resistance. But then the take profit should be all the way before the untested support, all the way to 101.620. So that is where you're headed to. Remember, we took the trade since yesterday and we're still going to be in it. If you're still in it, don't close it yet because it's still going all the way down. So for dollar today, I'm expecting a further sell on dollar. I'm expecting a further sell on dollar. And I told you that for some years now, every single year, at the ending part of the year, this particular instrument always have a bearish turn. All right. So that is actually what I'm looking out for. And you know that technical analysis is basically using past price activities to predict the future activity, right? Using the past price activity to predict what is going to be happening in the nearest future. So that same thing is what we're expecting here. If this particular instrument has always been ending bearish every single year. So it means that we're also expecting it to be ending bearish for today. All right. For this month also. All right. So let's go ahead to the Euro USD. Yeah, so for Euro USD, I'm still expecting a buy on Euro USD. I'm expecting a buy on Euro USD. So if you're already on a sell on this particular instrument, yes, it's an instant sell. And the same thing goes with a buy on Euro USD. The same thing goes for Euro USD. Euro USD is still going in for a buy. All right, I will still be going in for a buy on Euro USD. Yeah, so if you want to take advantage of this particular trade, yes, go ahead and do that. A buy on Euro USD. Your take profit should be all the way till before the verified resistance on 30 minutes time frame at price 1.09963. So your take profit should be all the way till before the verified resistance on 30 minutes time frame, because maybe on 1 hour time frame that verified resistance might be it's even the same on 1 hour time frame. Is a proven resistance. It's a proven resistance. So I'm expecting the instrument to head back to that point. It's actually a very long one, but you can even bring it a little bit lower at 1.09885. 1.09885. That is actually what we're looking at for a buy trade on Euro USD. So for Euro USD, yeah, you can actually consider a buy on it. Now let's quickly check out GBP USD. Using a 1 hour time frame first. I would have actually loved to show you GBP USD on daily time frame. I'd have loved to show you this particular instrument on daily time frame, and then look at how it is on daily time frame. Do you see? It's been a consistency. There's been a consistency in this particular trade from here all the way. Do you see? Every single thing that the only one you can cut out are the ones that are not very much in the same direction, which is just the wicks. All right, which, okay, now when you finally remove it, and then the outliers and then the wicks, once you remove them, it will show you the current trend. All right, so I'm actually expecting this particular instrument to still push up. This is on daily time frame. So going back to 4 hours time frame, you discover that this particular trade is headed to this region. Is headed to this particular verified resistance at this point. So I will be going in for a buy also. On GBP USD on 1 hour time frame, even on 30 minutes time frame, it is considered to be a buy trade. It is considered to be a buy trade. And my take profit on this particular trade, even though there might be a little bit of a retracement, I'm not really going to bother myself on that. So the point I'm going to be taking out the trade is at the current market price, and my take profit is going to be at price 1.27700, 1.27700, 1.27700, 1.27700. That's my take profit on this particular trade. All right, that's my take profit on this particular trade. And then I don't know how many of you actually took up a sell on this particular instrument. Of course, going into 4 hours time frame, something actually happened. Very important thing actually happened on this particular instrument. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So going back to all right. I just wanted to be sure because it was very quiet. So I wanted to be sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, this particular instrument, USD-JPY, it did something very much remarkable today, which is it got to a particular resistance and then it fell. All right, it got to this particular chunk of resistance and it had a massive fall. It's actually posted on the channel. So if you had actually taken advantage of it, you should have made some profit. All right, but then one of the things I'm trying to tell you is that the sell is over. It is going to be on a buy direction right now. So if you're still looking out for a sell on this particular instrument, then you should not you should not stay in for that sell for a very long time. I am actually looking at it for a further buy. Okay, I got the message you sent. I'm going to consider it, and then I would let you know. All right. So that being said, I'll take a look at it after the meeting, right? So just exercise patience. All right. So for USD-JPY, I'm actually expecting USD-JPY to actually have a further sell. All right. But then that sell is not going to be on a very long one. Like it has already happened. All right. So I am not going to be staying in for the sell for a very long time again. Reason is because, number one, I know that the dollar is very weak. Dollar is currently weak, but JPY on its own is weaker. So this is just like two weak persons trying to fight. Of course, out of the two weak persons, one person must definitely be strong. Like I remember sometime back in school, I don't used to fight, not because I wasn't strong, that's just because that was my thing. I don't used to fight. So of course, when I finally got to a situation where I decided to fight, I was stronger than the person. So of course, you knew the outcome. All right, so the same way when it comes to US dollars is already weak. All right, but then when it comes to JPY, US dollars is still very much stronger than JPY. So in that situation, you are not just going to dive into okay, because dollar is weak, let me just go ahead and look at JPY news came out positive for this morning, but look at what happened. Look at what happened. So I am looking at for a buy limit for USD JPY. All right. Instead of you to enter at the current market price, you can actually consider a buy limit on this particular instrument. Look out for a buy limit. Buy limit is a kind of a trade position where you are going to be entering, a buy position below the price. You're going to be entering a buy position below the price. All right. So that's what we're looking at for. So the buy stop on this particular instrument should be at price 144.030. Buy stop at 144.030. That is my entry position for the buy. And then my take profit should be at 144.819. 144.819. So that is to tell you that I am looking out for a further buy on this. Of course, use the story I told you about me not being a very good fighter. All right. I wasn't a very good fighter. But when I saw someone I was stronger than, I decided to go all out. Why? Because I felt that was my specialty now. So the same way, dollar current in all the instruments. Look at some of the instruments that dollar is still very much stronger than some of those currencies, then take advantage of them. So in this particular situation, I'm looking out for a buy, all right? And then I'm going to be going in for a buy stop. Sorry, yeah, a buy limit, by the way. All right. And if it gets to my take profit and goes above it, then it can also continue with a buy. But for JPY, USD JPY rather, it's a buy. If you have a good enough money, yeah, go ahead with an instant buy. But then I will prefer a buy limit. All right. Is a buy limit. USD JPY is a buy limit. And the buy limit position is at price 144.030. The take profit is 144.819. That should give you some really reasonable number of pips. That's almost about 79 pips. So that is quite a huge one. That's about 79 pips. And considering the fact that this instrument is also a strong one, you should be able to make you some good money. Then going to AUD USD this afternoon. AUD USD this afternoon. It's also a very interesting instrument. I'm just going to be using support and resistance also, like I said. So AUD USD is also an instrument that I'm going to be going in for a buy on. On 30 minutes time frame, it has actually been consolidating on this particular point, but it was able to break above it. Thank God. It has broken above it. So this instrument is not going to be a fast forward kind of thing. It's not going to be a make money quick kind of trade. It is something that when you enter it, you're going to be very much patient for it to make you some really good profit. But for AUD USD, I am looking out for a buy. I'm looking out for a buy position on AUD USD. So I am still going in for, look at it, perfect positioning. It might even retrace, yes, but I'm looking at it for a further buy. So my take profit for AUD USD buy is going to be at price 0.67546. 564 actually. 0.67564. That is my take profit on AUD USD. AUD USD. AUD USD, I'm going in for a buy. It's an instant buy at the current market price. And my take profit is going to be at price 0.67564. 0.67564. So that is where I'm going to be looking at for this particular instrument. Then we've looked at GBP USD. Of course, we've taken position. I'm trying to get where USD card is so that we can just finish up with USD card before we go into other instruments. All right, so we can just USD card. All right, perfect. This is it. Okay, so here we are. So for USD card, it's remember it's one of the reasons I want to look at this in particular trade is because it came out positive this afternoon. All right. And I already told you about it that this particular instrument, it had a very good outcome. All right. And it came out positive for Canadian economy. So this buy you're seeing here, I am not seeing this buy actually moving for a very long time. So for USD card, I'm going in for a sell. Yes, I know. It is currently buying. Yes, no doubt. But then the news that actually came out today favored Canadian economy. It favored Canadian dollar. So with that in mind, I'm going in for a sell on USD card. So for USD card, you can go in for a sell and then consider a take profit point at the week of today's candle. at the lowest point of today. So that is at price 1.33355. I'll take it again. I will be going in for an instant sell at the current market price. Then I'll be taking my profit at price 1.33355. 1.33355. So that is that for USD CAD. So quickly, let's take a look at other instruments. Of course, the big four, so to say, that is gold, and then US 100, and then other instruments. So starting up with gold. All right, so of course, gold actually started up today on a very key position. It started up with recovery on some of the sales it actually had the previous time. Of course, yesterday it ended up bullish, yes, and today it also started up on a bullish note. All right, and it's currently at a very key position. But then for today, I'm expecting this particular instrument to still go upwards. I'm expecting it to still buy more. All right, I'm expecting it to still buy more. All right. So for this particular instrument, let's take a look at it on 15 minutes time frame and see what we have. On 15 minutes time frame, it is currently resting on a resistance. All right, it's currently resting on a resistance. So what you should be doing is that once it's able to break above the resistance, enter a buy. All right, don't just jump into a buy on this particular instrument. I would have loved to do that, but because of the situation of this particular trade, the way it's focused, I would advise hold on to it. But I am personally, I'm going in for a buy on this particular trade, but don't enter the buy yet. Don't enter the buy yet. So let's take a look at US 100 quickly. All right, quickly. And starting up with 15 minutes time frame, I'm actually expecting this particular instrument to sell. Yeah, I'm expecting US 100 to have a little bit of a bearish moment this afternoon. All right, I'm expecting it to have a little bit of a bearish period this afternoon. Even on US 30, because of where it is, look at the point. US 30 is currently at a very indecisive position. So I'll be going in for a sell this afternoon. I'll be going in for a sell. Look at the position it is. Look, it's on a verified resistance. So I wouldn't want to just jump into a buy and at the end of the day it retraces. But this particular instrument, with that in mind, I'll be going in for a further sell, but that is going to be after the little bit of a push down. So for US 30, I'm going in for a sell, no doubt. US 100 also, I'll be going in for a sell. I don't expect it to buy across this position where it is. So please be very conscious about US 100. For US 30, I'm going in for a sell. US 30, I'm going in for a sell. Remember what I told you about gold. Gold also, I'm actually expecting it gold to buy. So for gold, I'm going in for a buy on gold. No holding back. I'm going in for a buy on gold, even though it is currently trading below an untested resistance. But I'll be going in for a buy on gold. Look at it on smaller time frame, and then you understand what I'm saying. Around this region, I'm expecting it to break above it. I'm expecting it to break above this particular region, all right? But you can actually hold on till it finally has the breakout. But apart from that, for US 100, yeah, you can actually go in for a buy at US 100, but don't stay long. Don't stay long on that. Don't stay long on the US 100. Don't stay long on the US 100. I personally, I would even advise you to go in for a sell rather than going in for a buy. All right, because look at it. It is currently on a verified resistance. It is on a verified resistance. So I feel that when it gets to this verified resistance, it's going to have a massive fall. So instead of you to get trapped in that buy, it is better you go in for a sell and make a decent amount of profit. All right, it is better you go in for a sell, make some decent amount of profit, then come out. All right, because I feel that there's going to be a fall. There's going to be a fall in this particular trade where it is already. US 100 is at the highest possible high. It has gotten to the highest high ever. So instead of you to just rush into a buy, now let's take a look at it on daily time frame and see what we have, how it's looking like. Look at it. Look at it. This particular trade is a very dicey position right now. This is the highest point it has gotten to ever. So if you're going in for a buy, please always be very careful, because if you get trapped on that buy, it might be very difficult for you to get that back. But I told you that US 30, I am going in for a sell, right? Don't enter a buy on US 30 rather than go in for a sell on US 30. Take your profit for the sell. For US 30, take your profit for the sell at 37686. 37686. That is my take profit for the US 30 sell. 37686. That is my take profit. That is my take profit. 37686. That is my take profit. Then for US 100, sorry, for US 100, remember I already told you that I am not very much comfortable with this buy that is currently going on. Rather than, I would prefer to go in for a sell also. I would not want to buy US 100, but rather than, I'll go in for a sell. Instead of you buying US 100, it is better you go in for a sell. All right. So let's take a look at, I believe US 2000 also should be doing more of a sell, but I'm not with I don't have my US 2000 here, and I wouldn't want to review it using this. So I'm going to be skipping US 2000 for this afternoon. All right. I'm only going to be focusing on US 30 and US 100. And I told you that US 30, I'll be going in for a sell, and US 100, I'll also be going in for a sell. All right. I'll also be going in for a sell. Why? Because it is at a very dicey position. It is at a very dicey position, and I wouldn't want you to make any mistake while trading on this. I don't want you also to get trapped in it. All right. I don't want to get trapped in it. And it is very much important that anytime you're trading, you should always consider a very nice position to always take your profit. So for US 100, I know it's buying currently, but I'll be going in for a sell. I'll prefer to go in for a sell on it. Looking at it on daily time frame, well, I prefer to go in for a sell on this particular instrument. All right. Then also for US 30, I told you that I'll be going in for a sell also, even though it is currently buying, but I'll be going in for a sell on it. All right. So for those of you that don't know, yeah, for DE30, you will not be able to trade on DE30 again, but rather than, we have another instrument which is DE40, right? DE40. For those of you that don't know, just scroll on. What you do is that if you're using your laptop and you're still looking for it, come to your market watch, right click on any of the instrument, then scroll down and see where you have show all. Click on show all, then scroll all the way down. That is the last instrument here. DE30 is the last instrument here. So you will not be able to place a trade on the one that has the DE30, but rather than, you will be able to see this one, which is DE40. It is exactly the same price levels, and every other thing is the same, but it's just that you will not be able to place trade on the previous one. All right. So for DE30, I don't know what you, okay, fine. Let me just go back to the message you sent and then see what you said. Okay, so daily time frame, right? All right, so yeah, on daily time frame, you could see a hammer confirmation. This is actually a very much of a good sell direction that's already been given you here. All right, so seeing a hammer on this particular region, of course, it sold yesterday. So today might actually end bullish, no doubt. Today might end bullish, but you're going to be seeing a further sell. On DE30, you're going to be seeing a further sell. Yeah, so you're very correct. If you are looking out for any position on DE30, it should be a further sell. Even on this particular, sorry, excuse me, even yesterday, you could also see a hammer here. Look at this one. Look at this one. So it has always been very consistent. So just check out this particular trade and also consider following that. So I am looking out for a further sell on DE30, especially with the confirmation that you're getting on your daily time frame. But of course, you know that when you see a confirmation on daily time frame, does not just mean once you enter the trade, it's just start making profit. So you also need to come down to 1 hour time frame and find a comfortable position to enter a sell. So I personally, I would not want to enter a sell at the current market price. Rather than, I will allow the market to push up a little bit, maybe to this weak resistance, then before I enter a sell. So my sell position is mostly going to be on this particular resistance or below this point. So if it gets here, I will enter a sell. But then if it comes down to this point, I will also enter a sell. So in which of them, I'm actually going to be following a sell on that. It just tells you that most likely it's going to be a downward direction. Looking at the outcome on daily time frame, yeah, it's going to be most likely going to be that. All right. So I told you that US 30 and US 100, I'm actually looking at them to sell, even though they are still, but okay, fine, perfect. US 100 is already retracing. So if you actually took up the US 100 sell, you should have already been on profit. But US 30 is still pushing up. Well, like I said, I'm not expecting it to go above this region. I'm not expecting it to go above this region. It will only be unwise to just jump into a buy on this kind of trade. It will be really, really unwise to do that. So I will not be advising you to do that. But if you want to set up any other thing, let it be a stop loss, and let the stop loss be at 37806. But for US 30 and US 100, I am looking at them to actually have a crumble. The only one I said you should buy is gold. Okay, perfect. Look at gold. I think gold has already gotten to a very good position. So it's good that you can actually go ahead with a buy. All right, you can go ahead with a buy on gold. So apart from that, US 30 and US 100, I'm not looking out for a buy on them. All right, I'm not looking out for a buy rather than I'm going in for a sell. Okay. So that being said, everybody, let's see how the market is actually going to be and other details that you're going to be coming through. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And sorry about the network glitch that we had earlier on. Tomorrow is going to be by 3 o'clock also. And of course, you know what we're looking at for tomorrow. We have a couple of fundamentals that are coming out. And of course, it's going to be also a very volatile market. And yeah, we're looking out for a very good profitable day and the rest of them. Do we have any other question? I think if you have any question now, is the best position, is the best time to ask the question. Thank you. All right. Oh, TP. All right. Congratulations to everybody that also traded. And just a quick information. I know I said it yesterday. We currently have we have a WhatsApp channel that we've created. This is for easy access. All right. So we send some trades there every single day. All right. So you can do well. You can ask your account manager to forward you the WhatsApp channel if you're yet to join. Do well to join us. Yeah. I'm actually talking about WhatsApp channel now. Yes, WhatsApp channel. Yeah, Telegram. Yes, there is a Telegram channel, but we also have WhatsApp channel currently. So do well to join us also, because the WhatsApp channel, we feel that people we have more persons on WhatsApp, and we have people accessing WhatsApp faster and easier than Telegram. So you can just do well to join the channel and get all positions. And there are still going to be more trades, interesting trades coming up today, and they are going to be posted on the channel. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And to that, thank you and have a lovely day. Ask your account manager to send you the link. I believe they should be able to send you the link.